Okay, we made it. Pog. Sick. All right. So right off the bat, we are seeing Nilfgaard being brought here on the red coin. Matic Nilfgaard being brought on the red coin, and we see Vi being brought on the blue. It's a bit Vi's a bit safer in a way because like it's I don't know. I think you're not gonna be super worried about losing the round. Although we do see Warrit, we do see Viper Witcher Alchemist right away in Spessie's hand. So like, say goodbye to what Haunts 14. Yeah, that's a bit sad. So there's Haunt getting to the top. Viper Witchers are just coming in really strong. Has a Nero, so he's able to get the Letho Kingslayer set up right away. So pretty good opening hand overall from Spessie. He's able to get like a lot of his strategy down and really kind of like play for a little bit of that hairline manipulation with Warrit, Gorther playing for some really nice and Viper Witcher Mentor value. So just I don't know. It's kind of nice being able to just remove Haunt from the game. And then you still get to... So he doesn't run Heat Wave either. Just runs one Tall Punish. So probably going to be looking to try and either win on even and bleed out some Vi's. And then just take it to a short round with like Invo. Because going into a long round with only one Tall Punish is a bit worrisome. So he's going to be really trying to press this round. Has only 2 bombs in the opening hand. Kind of a useless emissary here as well. Is he going to just... I mean, he could go for the Thrives. Yeah, he's going for the Thrive value. Really wanting to win this round. A bit expensive going to play out the Quen into the Letho, but does play for a lot of value on these larvae here. So both of them getting the double proc on the Thrive, and he's ready to start playing off some bombs here. Nothing really too developed on the front row. Could see a Warrit come down soonish, or he's just going to go for the bombs right away. Just going to go for the bombs. Wants to get rid of some of these Thrives. Wrong row. Both of them going on the wrong row. Losing both 50-50s is quite sad. Probably see the Warrit next turn and then go for the hairline manipulation here. So it's a 50-50. He's going to probably want to hit Haunt. Maybe he waits a little longer. Yeah, he's going to wait to possibly another Tutors played out. Because he doesn't want to put Vi on the top and then just have Vi get tutored out. Obviously, that kind of ruins a bit of his plan. But he's going to be able to wait forever on this. So let's see if he's able to hit the 50-50 and hit the Haunt. So he's able to mess with Hankook a little bit and play some nice Viper Witchers. Hankook is up 14 points. Up 14 points now. We still got double Thrive from these larvae. Let's see if he's able. So he doesn't wait on the Warrit any longer. It's getting too awkward. It does hit the Vi. A little bit unfortunate there because now it just gets tutored out, and then you really don't have these Viper Witchers until Adrenaline 2. So you're gonna have to wait another turn to start getting value out of them. That's a really good Naglfar. That is a really good Naglfar. And Naglfar is random, right? So it's random. Holy man, that's really good. He gets a Nero into the next round. Going to be going to the top of his deck. But wait, does it put it on right away? Yeah. Okay, then that Naglfar is really bad for him. Because it puts it on top of the deck right away. Yeah, no, the Naglfar is weird. Why not just go Royal Decree? Like just going Royal Decree, because like Naglfar might not have even got you
Focus on its movements. Quiet the noise in your head.
Well, I mean, it could have just wasted tutors, right? Yeah, Negofar's a bit weird. So now we have Viper Witcher Mentors doing what they do here, playing for just nice 14-point bronze. Proccing Thrive as well is really nice. He still has yet another one with Gorther, and he's already ahead a good bit of points. So having to go YOLO Willem, not so great. So Speci definitely able to get ahead again here, going Gorther. So now Hankook's in a little bit of trouble. Like, this Willem is so risky. Like, if it hits Haunt, that is terrible for him. Heracwax, what does Heracwax pull? I guess it pulls Braithens, which is kind of nice. Getting rid of the Braithens there. Braithens being a big threat, copying Thrives. So, God. I mean, losing on even, not great either. But, like, hitting Haunt just kind of loses you the game. So let's see what Hankook decides to do here. And Speci's top decking into 2 Aneros, which is kind of a problem, right? Like, top decking into 2 Aneros. Quite good. So opts to not go for the Willem, opts to not just possibly lose on the spot. Bessie's probably going to bleed in here, get rid of some Vies, and go into that short round with that Yen. So, double Anero and bombs here. Yeah, at the very least want to try and get out the Haunt. And a couple Vies. We see him keeping the red haze. And Hankook drawing into 3 Vies here. Spore's not like the hottest card. I mean, I guess on an Alchemist it's pretty nice. And Haunt's still in deck, so I mean, Spore's going to play for some decent value. So you can see him spend for sure 1 Anero here. What does he go for in terms of that Anero, though? Got to be a card that kind of stalls a little bit. Like a Cynthia could be fine. Breaking the draws a little bit here and forcing out some of these Vies would be quite nice. And then you want to hold on to this Anero for a while if he ever decides to like take a hero pass. So, yep. Anero coming down for that Cynthia is going to top deck into this Anero again next round. Putting in a good bit of Clog, putting the Foglet back in, so top decking into Guardian and Foglet next round. So that's already 2 draws, kind of being used up here. So, you know, Hankook actually really gonna have to get some good rest of his top decks for next round, as these Vies are gonna kind of start getting spent here. Willem. Yeah, Willem could hit the, like, not quite random. Hits the Haunt. I mean, I don't think you're ever worried about getting 2-0'd. Spending the Haunt here when there's nothing, there's no Heat Wave is a bit sad, because he's already getting some Vi out of you. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately you have to spend a Vi again anyway. 2 of your top decks are terrible. So Haunt's gone. We have 1 Vi in hand. Spores, like I said, could be... Spores isn't going to be doing like a whole lot. It still like trades down a good bit on these mentors, but it's not like a 0-point card at least. So drawing into the Brothens here, drawing into the Invo. Speci has like literally whatever he wants. Like, good for him in terms of these draws. And we see the guaranteed top decks. Top decking into that Vi again for Hankook there is a good draw, but this is only 2 Vies. One gets answered by Invo, so is 1 Vi gonna be able to beat this hand for Speci? It's hard to see the Vi being able to beat this hand here. Also, with the invo, Speci has double last say, so he can invo the Vi and then just Aniro it out too. Like, so Speci has a Vi of his own as well here with this double last say. So looking very good for the Matic Master this game. Everything went pretty well for him. Like round 1 went really, really well. He was able to draw most of his combo pieces. The big thing where it started to go wrong for Hankook was that Naglfar. I don't know. Like, I feel like just going Royal Decree would have been like the better option there. So, you know, because it gets that Vi out of deck, and then you don't have him be able to just yoink your Aniro like that. Like that was so bad to get the Aniro stolen. Well, this is the first series, so nothing has really happened too much yet. It looks like Speci is going to take the first game of the series against Hankook's Vi, which it could have been kind of problematic, right? Just because of one tall punish is. Yeah, and the Adrenaline 2 hurting this Viper Witcher Mentor quite a bit. Only playing for 4, so it looks like Squirrel or Spores is the top deck here. Like Canarella into Spores is quite funny. Does he could count the cards that were played, but if it's a Squirrel, it's obviously really sad. But Canarella into Spores is quite cheeky. Never needs to really go for that, but it is the funny line, right? And he is going for it. Going for the Canarella play. Oh god, is it Squirrel or Spores? Oh wait, it was a 5. Never mind, it was a 5, so it was... Okay, never mind. Damn. And I guess this was a 4P too. Actually, these are all 4Ps, never mind. I forgot Forktails are 4Ps now. But I mean, it's just quite the easy match here with this Invo and Oniro. So, Speci taking game 1 of the series, getting the double Matic through. And yeah, actually, this Vi might be kind of hard for Hankook here. Line Pockets was banned on both sides, so like, Speci still has like a Yurden Matic deck running around, so that one is going to be a tough one for this Vi as well. So this Vi might have a little bit of trouble. Precision Strike. So tall punishes are kind of foregone for spell. I mean, there's a whole heck of a lot of special cards. So like, Precision Strike has 2 tall punishes to use on the Vi. But also, if Speci doesn't win round 1 in that matchup, he's just getting smorked into oblivion. So I don't know. I don't think the Precision Strike's like super favored, but especially Shiru not doing a whole heck of a lot in that Vi matchup. So yeah. But Precision Strike into the other matchups, we have like Precision Strike into Witchers could do all right. Precision Strike into Skellige. I don't know. He has to get that round control and get that final say. So yeah, this Precision Strike might be kind of Speci's possibly awkward time. Again, it's really about sealing that round control with that list. All right, we made it into a second game. Tourney client smurfing today.
The key is not to lose one's head.
All right, so we see Speci taking the shield wall into the Witcher. Witcher's being taken on red by Hankook, possibly trying to snipe a matchup here. But I feel like is this the matchup he wanted? Like Yurden into Witchers. He's gonna really have to try and push this round, but like with Portal, we got the target. I mean, Speci wants to save Portal with this list, but these target packages aren't doing a whole heck of a lot this round. I mean, I guess he can just spend Quen to go find one of them. We see double Griffin Witcher, quite nice for Speci here. I mean, he can just spend AA this round. He's got Yurden. Like, spend AA this round, and he's Gucci. I guess there's a squirrel in Hankook's hand he's got to kind of worried about.
Dark clouds
But thank you,
gather
Ulrich, for the
there.
follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, oil comes down from Hankook there to get rid of the first Griffin Witcher, and now he's got to find a way to or see how he wants to possibly deal with this veiled Griffin Witcher. Anseus, of course, would take a couple charges. Does it only take one charge? If it only takes one charge, that's fine. Yeah, 5 into 8, 3 into 2. Yeah, it just takes one charge, right?
I demand satisfaction.
Yeah, so this is very threatening here. I don't think Spessie's going to be able to hold on to the portal. Like, I know you really want it for your Ragnar value, but I guess you get your Ragnar value this round. Yep. Drops the portal. Does get the adept, which is really nice. He wants to have something to really benefit from both these target practices. He also has this this dime bomb to thin out Matic, which he wants to do this round too. Probably going to hold on this Natalis as long as possible. We have Quen. Quen can pull... Yeah, I'm not sure you really care to Quen this round. I guess maybe now you do. You could pull the other adept out, and then your portal just plays the... Like, you could either take like a dime bomb that's not doing a whole lot here, or you could just Quen into the other adept. Because how does he deal with the other adept? Again, you really want to have one of these going. That's like your main points this round. And you have a 1 in 3.
The windmiller hit you hard.
So just takes the target practice for now. I guess maybe he's just gonna wait and see what he ends up finding from this portal.
And for coin.
That's an easy dime bomb turn. So a good row on the medic, obviously finding the correct row, and it does hit the 1 in 3 here. Unfortunately, I mean, one of these can come out from the AA, right? But now these become a little bit sad to potentially draw into in later rounds. So Hankook's still able to get this Erlin down. Has an AA of his own. Yeah, especially can't run Squirrel, so he's like pretty free to use an AA to press this round. Again, he would like to save it for bleed potentially, but also like if you're not able to win this round, then it's quite bad for you with this Yrden. Well, Hankook used a lot of like his answers to like Keldar. Yeah. So like Keldar pops off for Specie, but at the same time, Ragnar doesn't pop off. Like, how do you get Ragnar value outside of this round now that both adepts are done? There's no way to get any more adepts, so probably just play out. I mean, Ragnar, I guess, is off your leader value. But it's just good value this round. It's like a good way to kind of take this round without having to spend. Again, you don't want to go AA. Like, you could go Quen. Quen's your access to Keldar, but there's no more threats for Keldar. So he goes AA here. This allows Hankook to potentially squirrel. So he goes probably into Kedwenny Knight for the tempo. Again, you want to thin one of those suckers out as they're not great draws later. Yep, goes for Kedwenny Knight for the tempo. So Squirrel plays for about 26. Does Hankook have the tempo for this? We have a...
One of you must know the answer, surely.
We have a third... Oh, he goes Keldar here. Yeah, he's really fighting for this round. Keldar's extremely expensive. Could possibly see Quen into... Oh, okay. I would have... You could have seen maybe Quen into the Griffin Witcher Ranger or Quen into the Mentor. Would have been interesting. Also, not being able to, so he's passing because Hankook's not able to squirrel him. Has to play a decent tempo play as well. First AA being gone for Hankook really kind of cripples his bleed a little bit, or cripples the short round rather, not necessarily the bleed in round 2. But Keldar's gone. Like, Hankook's a very expensive round for him. Speci spent Portal first AA, and that's about it. Yeah, in terms of provisions, Hankook is kind of in trouble a little bit here. Although does have Witchers for a push if he can draw into them. One mulligan left. Obviously, taking the long round against Yurden is not ideal. He isn't going to push. I don't see that being... I mean, just that much to secure final say? Like, I'm not sure that's winning. Like, you don't have an answer for Keldar. You are going to get just Yurden. So, like... And starting a push with Squirrel. Squirrel goes down on the Matic, but... I don't know. It's not like the... There's only one bomb in Speci's hand anyway. He's drawing into Anseus and Keldar, so... He knows the rest of his deck. Pretty safe just to hold that maxi.
To slay dragons, 'tis our nightly duty.
I think this pushes trolling. I think after spending all that in round 1, you're just kind of losing if you just take the long round. Like, what do you do for Keldar? Like, Keldar just pops off in the long round. Yurden resets your row. And you already used, like, a leader charge as well, too. Sure, like, you got last say with AA leader, but... And, like, you're still letting Keldar just pop off for, like, the long... He's able to play... Svesi's even able to play Keldar out really early. To get the value off of AA. And, like, sure, Ragnar's not really doing anything, but Anseus just kind of... Just gets to kill whatever it wants. I mean, this really doesn't play for points. The boosts on the Witchers come off, so they play for 9. I don't know. I'm just not sure that that's really winning the long round.
2 days of pursuit.
Because, like, sure, Witchers play for points. Keldar is going to play for more points than the Witchers do. Like, using a leader charge in round 1 was incredibly expensive too. If you know if your whole row is gonna get reset. Damn. AA into the kid winning night. Let me just... Can you just wait on the Yurden? Is this like a leader charge Ragnar? Doing it, so you have leader playing for 2. Yeah, leader charge Ragnar does it. It's just Ragnar from hand do it. 6, 10. Ragnar from hand doesn't do it. It has to be a leader charge into Ragnar if he wants to hold on to the Yurden. If you spend Yurden now, do you just get... I mean, you're drawing into Anseus.
Tell me what you see.
So he spends Keldar and a leader charge. Why is he holding so hard onto this Ragnar? Like, what is this Ragnar doing? Unless he just expects Hankook to go all in. I mean, maintaining final say with Yurden is kind of nice, though. Like, if Hankook decides to pass here, Yurden does just smurf all over this leader and these boosts. Then the only other value cards are a card like Leia, which just gets reset too.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
So it's just Yurden. How many leader charges are you able to save? Because, like, drawing in on Seius should just be good enough. On Seius and maintaining leader charges, are you able to do it without any leader charges? Ragnar plays for 3, 6, 9. Plays for Keldar popping off 2 for another 6 points. 19. Yurden. I mean, I think he gets there without having to spend any leader charges. I don't think he can just singly spend one of these. Unless he goes full leader into Ragnar. But then Yurden's not really doing much in the last round anyway.
What is the matter?
So Yurden Ragnar does it. He keeps card advantage. But now loses out. Yeah, and Wilson, I think, like, taking the long round when you get final say is fine. But he just spent he spent like everything round 1, right? Like, Anseus was gone, Margarita was gone, he spent Quen, Keldar was also spent round 1. Like, that's so much of your long round tools.
Weapons on the bench now. You deaf?
Nice.
I think he just got a little bit too worried about Spessie's list, to be honest. I think he just got a little bit too worried. Okay, we just see the Yurden come down now, right? Or that. Either way, it's fine. Well, this is obviously better. I forgot about the Carrick City Guards movement. So he just resets both of these now. So 2-0 for Spessie. Matic coming in hot here. Hankook playing a little bit... again, I think he was just a little bit scared. Which is why he just committed so much. Like, I think he was too scared of the Yurden, right? Like, that's why he just committed so much. Just a little bit scared of the Yurden. If he committed less round 1 when he was able to take with, like, committing less, I think he's just fine. I mean, you do have to win round 1 for sure, I think. But there's got to have been better ways to go about trying to do that, I think. I don't know. I'm not maybe just wouldn't have taken Witchers into this deck. Unless he was just trying to think that Spessie was going to play mind games or something, but I mean, I don't think he ever take that precision strike on red. So it was kind of like set that this shield wall was what's going to be taken, right? Okay, we move into the next series. I would go check my other tabs really quick, but I'm testing another theory, chat. I have a new theory every day for the tourney client. I'm wondering if it has anything to do with me being tabbed out. And every time I go on, like, tab out in between these games, and then what if that's the reason why it has the loading issue? Because it doesn't like people being... Because Gwent does weird things when you're tabbed out of it. Like, randomly key you into games, load you into Shoop Shop and start opening kegs. So I'm going to try and just stay tabbed into the game, sticking to this monitor for right now, and hopefully see if that more consistently loads me in. All right, made it into 3 games so far. Thought they fixed that. Apparently not, because some people said they thought they fixed it, but the other day, it was actually on stream, I was tabbed out, and I think it was actually during the top 16 finals, or maybe it was one of the other series where I was tabbed out, and then I had to go and forfeit a game on pro rank because it queued me into a match while I was tabbed. All right, so we see Vi again being brought onto this blue coin, into this precision strike. I feel like Vi should be doing fine into this. Like, there are some tall punishes, but I don't see how Speci is able to really get that round control. And yeah, he's a big fan of the All God as well as the Shiro here. So All God just playing really, really slow. Serpent Trap would smurf here, but then that's one of your main tall punishes. Only tall punishes kind of gone, right? So he decided to buff Say Synthesis and his Sentinels. Missed the rest of his carryover, however. So we see Maxi coming in here. 1, 2, 3 top decks, 2 mulligans. 1, 2, 3. I mean, he finds just about everything, right?
And now I shall break you.
So I'm assuming that would just be a keep. And then he has a Nero for the horn. The ability to find horn, right? Does lose out on his Force Protector. Bit sad. Bit sad, but not like game ending here. That's 9 provision. I'd assume Say Synthesis being a pretty good target to get milled out of. Just plays for good points in this round. And we see Hankook with a lot of Vi's ready to play out as well. However, this Slizzard going a little too tall. So, does he have the reach to play this Serpent Trap here? And I mean, if he gets round control, he's probably pretty happy. Does not. Still continues to play further on into the round. Like, at what point? Because if you don't play Serpent Trap this round, then you're not winning the round, and then you get hard smorked. And this Slizzard just does not give a shit, because I guess he's just going to pass. Like, wait, Serpent Trap, if it goes down, then he kills off this, and then Serpent Trap just acts like a Pred Dive. Yep. Ah, this card is so fun. So if a tutor is used, Serpent Trap kills this Slizzard. If he just passes, then this Heraquack gets killed off, and the Serpent Trap gets Pred Dived. Or the Slizzard, the Serpent gets serpented. A serpentine maneuver.
A wee hint. Dinny jiggle this.
Okay, this is a bit of a high roll. Right? Like, if this hits the Slizzard, uh-oh. Oh, wait, he can't even kill off to Pred Dive. Uh-oh. So, yikes. And what was he gonna full leader? Oh, God. Yeah, this is, I can hear it all now. I've had a real stinker. Had a real stinker. Ugh, that's not great. that was a panic leader. And I mean, okay, so if Pyro doesn't hit the Slizzard, he's able to pull this off. But having to spend full leader with that All God carryover, and then you have one tall punish, like, I don't think Precision Strike's really winning that Vi matchup. I think it's just a horrid matchup with just those Serpent Trap as being your only tall punish. Like, I did really like the earlier lines of play, but luckily for Hankook, he had a Barbagazi to kind of like have another unit to play to kind of like offset that pred dive scenario. So all right, so 2-1 Vi making it through here. And now he's got to have Precision Strike on blue. This is going to be potentially a bit of a tough one. But if he gets round control, he can go no unit into that round 3, which is quite nice for him. So how does he get through this round? How does he win this round? Skjortel not doing a whole lot. We have Raiding Fleet and a boat, as well as a Protector in hand, and potentially a Blood Eagle for another one too. So Hankook has quite a bit of engines to play further into this as well. So he's really incentivized to push this round extremely deep and really, really try and play for that round control. The only card that would be really super sad to play out is this Skjortel, and again, really going hard in with this totem for the first play here. Swarms a bit of units for Tiger. We see that Speci doesn't have Tiger in hand, and actually pretty able to efficiently deal with these units from Totem, denying both of the Fanatics transformations. So Totem only playing for 8 there, and now Hankook loses one of his proactive plays for later. So if you don't win this round, it's going to be really, really bad for you, because that's one of your main proactive plays. Now just kind of gone for when Speci goes no unit. So kind of have to really push for this round. Fortunately, Greatsword dies, Protector dies, boats, like most of your stuff just dies.
The customer is king.
Okay, and wow, Pred dive, Tori playing for a 9 there. That's not terrible value. Clearing units off of Hankook's side of the board. Again, this hand kind of does well to play into this round. Like, I'm not sure what Hankook's even going to be able to even develop here. Blood Eagle, there is a 2 for Blood Eagle to have reach on, like with a Turkey, or once he gets something in graveyard, like a Vabjorn into War of Clans, because these 4Ps might die as well. Yeah, and Speci's going and killing off the engines. Now we have the bleeding coming to tick down. He's not really going to create like a whole lot of separation. If he plays Maxi this round, that kind of enables Blood Eagle onto Turkey to play for some really nice reach. So yeah, I don't think with this hand, Speci's going to able to force a pass from Hankook, unless Speci kind of has to jam full leader. And again, Hankook able to play really deep with this hand, so probably very happy to see like a bronze heavy hand for sure, because then he's not overcommitting, just playing for reach on this Blood Eagle the whole time. Thanks guys for the follows, I appreciate it. Yeah, and we see Speci continuing to kill it off, but I mean, there's only 6 points worth of units on the board. Like, that's nothing for Hankook to just play for the reach with. Like, he just needs to get that final say, so Speci can't just go full no unit. And then you just clap off the gourd, right? Clap off the gourd with your iced Blaze of Glory combo. Blood Eagle coming down now. Going into Vabjorn, into War of Clans, onto this Brockvar, kind of a play that I mentioned a little bit earlier. Like, I mean, it wipes off a lot of Speci's board. Kind of puts him in a hard spot right now. Speci might have to full leader to be able to get the final say this round.
That's what we are.
But yeah, a bit of an early Beagle. And we see Maxi come down, drawing into Gord, Sabretooth, and Forest Protector. So likely gonna... I mean, he clicked it pretty fast, so I didn't get to see what else is all at the bottom. I didn't see how far down a Nero is. Might have to see full leader kind of coming in this round. Again, he's just not able to get enough ahead, and Hankook able to play out this whole hand pretty easily. So do we see full leader come down this turn? Yep, full leader coming down here. Kind of needed to go and commit that, but still only a 10-point gap. Like, Hankook could definitely continue to play into this still and force this hand buff Shiro. But is he able to take the round? I guess not without leadering, right? 6. Bear Witcher plays for 8. 14.
Double the coin and consider it done.
Yeah, I mean, Speci does take the pass, however. This is, I mean, pretty good for Hankook here. Pretty darn good for Hankook here, being able to take the round with Skjordo. Skjordo, not super impactful card against no unit list, so have to think Hankook's in a really good spot here. I don't know. Like, dropping the Shiru obviously feels really bad just at playing for 5 points, but I don't know, you kind of need to win that round. Like, is he just not even going to play Gord? But where's your points? So we're going to see Oniro into Allgod come down here. Probably going to buff up the Say Synthesis. Forest Protector, I guess. I don't know. Again, like, you don't even really care about this Gord. It just dies. Is this Shiro ever going to play more than 5? I mean, there's a lot of stuff that comes down at 5. There's like... I mean, this comes down last, though. Like, I mean, if it just kills Herald, then it's playing for a bit more than 5. But, yeah, it's not looking good for Speci here. Like, all Hankook needs, he could discard the rest of his hand and just have iced, right? Like, iced alone just kind of...
Kill the sons, steal the lasses.
Fun, interactive gameplay. Yeah, I mean... So we're going for the dragon, but this still just gives... still gives the leader target for Blaze. Yeah, I mean, he can't win with just iced alone, but I mean, it's it's not like Speci can wipe the whole board. It's not like Speci can wipe the whole board.
We raid, we fight,
No, he won't.
full service.
Well, I guess Speci has to leave the tiger up, right? So could kill off the tiger at the end, and they can kill one thing off on the side of Horn. Dragon gets to stay though for the Horn buff. I'm assuming he goes Dragon, because as we kind of discussed, Gord just gets shot down. Also, Gord's only an extra. 3 points more than, say, Synthesis anyway. It doesn't have that immunity. So we see the Hankook come down from Hankook here. Just playing the Bear Witcher down. It's fine. Spessy just takes the Shiro. Again, it plays not interactive, I guess. But yeah, Shiro not doing a whole heck of a lot there. He was only ever getting it on like Herald anyway. But like,
you lazy bastard! You'll sleep when you're dead.
Herald just goes and plays this great sword. Probably gonna see. I mean, it's not like he can just discard this Forest Protector. Actually, wait. Yeah, I mean, Tiger X ends up acting as a unit, so it's not like you can just go full discard on this Forest Protector anyway. But yeah, so does having no target for Blaze of Glory, does it still it still just discards the right? Yeah, it does. Yeah, I figured it still just discards. Yeah, especially has. Wait, there's 4 more points on Hankook's side of the board.
No retreat.
I can't. I wish I could click and see. Horn's 8 points.
So,
Yeah, it's not
no
even
one
close.
else dares face me.
Yeah. Oh wait. It's somewhat close. Again, I think final say is just what decides that. Like, I think he really just needed to go for that final say, and now it's all tied up, 2-2. All right. So coming down to just the final series, can this Precision Strike get through? And initially seeing it, kind of figured it was going to be one of the weaker links, to be honest. At least against Hankook's lineup, like, you know, at least with Shield Wall, you had Yurden to go and clean up Vi and Witchers. Like, Yurden could do a whole lot in those matchups. So, but this Precision Strike, however, a little bit more dicey value against this lineup. So it's Witchers into Precision Strike. So I'm not really sure how this one's gonna go. I mean, Hankook's gonna have to constantly think about that Shiro value. And just playing to deny it. We'll see how deep each player is able to play into this round 1. But making it again into the tourney client, I'm going to go... let's move this over so I don't block. I'll go and set up the next game already. I'm opening deck lists a little bit late, but... Okay. It's always very hard for me to do these triple series and get everything like completely on time. To remember to go and do the open deck list right at the exact time in the middle of a series is always kind of tough. Maybe Vlad fix it. I'm also making sure that I'm always tabbed into the game. But we'll see. Like yesterday, it stopped working for Anda's series, remember? Like just randomly. Like it worked for most of them, but then just randomly stopped. So we'll see. Your mother account is smurfing way harder than the QuillandLance account for sure, though. Yeah, we see Spessy just leading off with that same play, going a Nero into this All God right away. Got a little bit of carryover in terms of this Circle of Life as well.
A witcher with no honor
Only
is no brother of
2
mine.
bombs. Like, I mean, you could, yeah, it's
Have you seen a fuse lying about?
like Shiro is gonna be like the big decider of this game, right? Like playing no units not that big of a deal against Witchers. Like they have so much proactivity.
The windmill. Its sticks spin around and smash you.
Uh-oh.
Spessy playing some nice symmetry on his side of the board with both of these pyrotechs, though. We'll see. Just kind of holding on to them. See on Sace coming down right away with the TA, going to get rid of one of these pyrotechs. Again, very valuing winning this round and gaining that round control. Going to be very nice to be able to push with this Amphibious Assault. Already creating a lot of separation. And pushing with Assault is great against Spessy's list. There's no Squirrel to really kind of ruin this this Assault top deck in round 3 for Hankook. And Pyrotech hitting pretty nice there for Hankook, or for Spessy. Not so nice for Hankook, killing off his Erland instead of just this 2-point Witcher. So getting the full value out of this Pyrotech here. We see Hankook answering right away with a Squirrel. Again, just has a lot of point separation that allows him to play the Squirrel to get rid of the Aneromancy, which is pretty significant. We'll see how punished Spessy gets for nearing into this All God when we finally see the Maxi come down. So we'll see if he's able just to still draw the rest of his cards, or if he has to shuffle and kind of high roll. Oh, we see AA coming down round 1 for Hankook here. Again, no Squirrel to fear, so still gets it in the next round. And we see Spessy with the really, really quick pass, going and gearing up to defend the bleed. All right, Spessy drawing. So he decided to buff Hattori. Hattori being really, really strong right now. He buffed Sentinels and Hattori. Yep, both Sentinels, Hattori. So we'll see what Hankook decides to do here. Again, spending this AA feels a bit sad because you're not going to find it again in round 3. So, but does have a very golden hand to be able to potentially go for a hard smork. Again, Shiro's like the big consideration here to really kind of watch out for. That's where all of Spessy's value, or at least a lot of his value, I feel like comes from. So trying to efficiently play around this and deny as much Shiro value as possible should just kind of net you your win and be able to outpoint this Precision Strike. Although you got to be a little bit wary when bleeding. It always has that big tempo play. But then again, like that's about all it really has, right? Like if you get the Shiro or full leader out, most of that carryover is gone. Gord's not super big yet either. Traps don't count for Gord, right? They're not a special card, or I don't think they count for Gord, right? Artifacts don't count as specials. That'd be kind of nice if artifacts did count as specials, at least for this deck.
Always going on about this Mark fella.
So we see Hankook going for the final Amphibious Assault onto this Griffin Witcher Adept, and this Griffin Witcher adept is not going to be answered here, as Specie only has the Serpent Trap as its Tall Punish, and now there's no more. Well, I mean, Natalis, I guess, is the special. So if we see like Hattori come down, but if he waits too long on it, Natalis just comes down with a target practice, then there's no more specials for that to go. So Hattori does come down now.
Customer is king.
Looks like he's going for that Serpent Trap. So now Natalis is a bit sad. So you're going to be able to kill off this Griffin Witcher adept should Natalis get played here. So Hankook probably going to think about that and possibly choose to avoid playing the Natalis this round. So Hankook going into this Quen and just playing the Vesemir for a good bit more carryover and stacking this row obviously to get this Scytheman value, giving him the option to potentially go for the full leader this round. Yeah, and Specie again just playing kind of non-interactive, going for this horn, but again Witchers don't really care too much about non-interactivity. Most of their points comes from proactivity. So looks like Hankook opting to buff this this Keldar by 1 just to trade leader charge with Specie, because his leader charges are way more important and way more expensive. Species are, because of the Shiru. Like you need, to get the max amount of Shiru value, you really need to have these charges. So having to spend a leader charge to answer this Keldar is quite expensive. So let's see how Specie decides to respond here. Decides to respond with the Shiru. Again, saying, hey, these leader charges are expensive. Going full leader into the Shiru. I have to believe that this gets him well ahead. Although a lot of his points kind of used up now. All the carryover's gone. Full leader's gone. And I mean, if Hankook still decides to push, like what? Also, he flipped the crushing trap. So the the serpent trap. So the serpent trap killed what? Killed the Vesemir. Yeah, so you erased quite a bit of Witchers off the board. Does free up Natalis now to be able to actually use a target practice. Oh, he didn't flip it. Okay. I can't click this and zoom in. No, he did, right? Because Vesemir's dead? I'm assuming that's what killed Vesemir. Alright, so Specie did manage to get some card advantage here, but had to spend full leader and Shiru, 2 of his big powerhouse, for his point potential here. I believe Matic got no, Matic's still in play. Does not get squirreled, and I almost thought Hankook had Witchers in his hand. So he does have a little bit of a Brickaroni Kedweni Knight. Does have a Griffin Witcher Mentor to potentially correct that and throw that back. Oh no, he doesn't, because he doesn't have AA. AA is all gone. So yeah, kind of stuck with this Kedweni Knight. Unfortunately for. So I mean, it's all gonna come down to like how much value Matic can deny. So there is a special for this Serpent. There's 2 specials for Serpent Trap to trigger, but I'm guessing it only kills like, doesn't kill like a super significant unit. I mean, it kills a boosted unit, I guess, but I mean, it's not gonna be too much different than just like playing as a pred dive.
I've been waiting a long time for this.
Was that his first rebuke? Yeah, first rebuke. So he had to go rebuke first to enable the forest protector, so he couldn't get the extra death blow on it.
The wonders of projectiles and ranged weaponry.
No more bombs either to resurrect this Maddox, so playing for good value there. I mean, this does get to kill a 6 now. Or, so does it kill the 6 first, or does it kill the boosted unit from target practice? How does this... How does this one work?
What the? Who the hell are you calling hot-headed?
Is he just gonna... like, how are these gonna go? The unit boosted by target practice. So, I mean, now it... Yeah, okay. So, this... The deploy of the special triggers first. So, it's gonna play... the Serpent Trap's playing for decent value. Natalis into boost? Well, Natalis only has access to an oil. I mean, now you go Natalis, right? So, I mean, it still kills your Leo. Which obviously not great. And there's still 7 kind of phantom points on Speci's side of the board yet, but...
Gather over to Maria.
But yeah, I think Hankook should still have this, right? Yeah, just the leader and the target practice should just be enough.
You can run.
7 points. Speci's technically ahead by a point here,
Can I do the pendulum?
but
I'm much better at that.
should be enough for Hankook to seal the deal. It's very close though. Gord was actually quite small. So having to run the traps makes, you know, Gord on average a bit smaller. So unfortunately, Precision Strike not able to get a win through, and Hankook does take the series 3-2. Again, I figured that was going to be one of the problem decks for Speci to get through. It just wasn't like the best. It wasn't the best lineup for his Precision Strike to really smurf. You know, Hankook bringing Vi was definitely a problem for it. Like if Hankook brought the Arrakis Swarm, I think Speci obviously would have been in a way better spot. But you know, the fact that he brought Vi, and then he couldn't get round control. The deck that loses me this series. Yeah, I mean, he just had a lineup that it was hard. Like you could get. You know, you obviously could get that sheer value in the Witchers, but I don't know. It all comes down to like that round control. So unfortunately, Precision Strike not able to make it through. And like the traps, like they're no unit, right? But it forces you to run more extra units, which you run fewer specials, so your Gord on average is a bit smaller. And like the deck kind of completely relies on that Shiru value, right?